All right, it looks like we are live. Um, I just wanted to log in today, and I want to make sure that I'm up and running here on my phone. It looks like we're good to go. Um, I just wanted to go live, spend a couple minutes of your time. Thank you for logging in if you're here, um, and just talk and say thank you. 400 subscribers on November 3rd of 2019. That's an incredible feat, and I want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. I also want to spend a little bit of time talking about my journey, how I went from just some guy going to work every day to creating content online for people to log in and check out. To be honest with you, 400 subscribers is pretty overwhelming and humbling because if you think about 400 people, that's an incredible amount of people in one place. At some point in time, I'd offered enough value where you said, "I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a risk." And subscribe. So I want to say thank you for that. I'm very appreciative. Um, Whenever I create a video with each person in mind, how I can create enough value in my videos so that you can actually take actionable steps. And that's actually why one of the reasons why I started with creating YouTube videos. Quite honestly, I felt like when I first started looking into making money online, and it was maybe about 4.5, 5 years ago, and I'll talk a little bit more about that story in a second. When I first got into affiliate marketing and making money online, I felt like people weren't telling the whole story. They were telling bits and pieces. I started like everyone else. I was looking on YouTube. I was following the gurus, um, reading blog posts. I was doing a little bit of all of that. And I just felt like there was just a little bit missing. There was something out there that I wasn't connecting and wasn't understanding. And at some point later on, I realized that in order for me to fully understand affiliate marketing, to fully understand make money online, I needed to create content. I needed to do a little bit of research because if you do research, you don't want to sound like if you are creating content like a YouTube video or blog post or podcast, whatever it is, you don't want to sound like a fool and not know what you're talking about. So I went through and I've done some research. I've made some money with affiliate marketing and making money online. But I thought it's very important for me to create when I create content with each individual person in mind. 400 people again is a lot of people, um, and those people, each one of you, have invested some amount of time into my channel. And I'm very appreciative. If there is something that you are interested in me covering in these YouTube videos, I'd be more than willing to. I'm always looking for feedback. I'm always looking for different things, what you, the end user, wants. And so that's incredibly important to me. If for whatever reason, any reason you feel like I am not providing the same level of value or same level of quantity, feel free to let me know. I don't mind having civil debates or civil discussions on on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or wherever it may be about how I can continue to add value. Because at the end of the day, without subscribers, without a following, without viewers, you don't really have a channel. You just kind of talking to yourself. It's funny, actually, I read a tweet a while ago, and it basically said that social media is you talking to yourself with the hopes that someone is listening. And at this point, there's about 400 people that are listening. I'm sure there are more people that check out my channel, but 4 people have said, "Hey, I'm willing to listen to you." So that's incredibly humbling. Let's take a few minutes to talk a little bit about my journey, how I got started. Like I said, I started trying to make money online about 4.5 years ago, right around the time that we found out that we are going to have twins. I have twin 4 year olds, and I actually have a 2 year old. So if you hear loud noises, if you hear Frozen, if you hear screams, it's bedtime or close to bedtime. And, like all little kids, they are fighting sleep. So I apologize for that. Um, so we kind of found out that we were having twins on accident. We went to the ER, and we were expecting the worst, and we wound up hoping for the best. So that's a different story in and of itself. But once you realize that you are going to have life changing, life altering situation, which is twins, two of everything, two cribs, um, 3 billion boxes of diapers. We have diapers coming out of our ears, wipes, um, childcare tuition. If you are bored, if you want heartache, call up your local daycare and ask them how much it is for one child and how much it is for two children. Um, think about all the things that go into food, new vehicle, whatever it is. And so those are all things that started ringing off in my mind. Before I started looking into making money online, I was working as a center director for a university, one of the regional universities in Wisconsin, and it was a good living. I worked 5 minutes away from where I lived, and it was just, it was awesome. But once you start crunching the numbers and you realize that you have bills coming out of your ears, or you will have, and these just keep piling up. Think about clothes, two sets of clothes. Believe it or not, kids go through shoes pretty easily, pretty quickly. Um, when you think about car seats, you essentially need two sets of car seats. Those numbers add up. And so what I started doing was looking for different ways to make money online. One of the first things that I looked into were doing these surveys. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm starkly against surveys, and the reason for that is surveys are the biggest waste of time. Surveys are the biggest waste of your time, because they don't make you rich. They don't help you at all. You're wasting your time. You are making pennies on the dollar doing these 5-cent surveys, 10-cent surveys. And in reality, you could go out and get a part-time job and do as well, if not better, just doing these surveys. So that was, I tried that a few different times. Google gurus on YouTube will recommend that you do surveys. If you ever watch my videos, if you've looked through the 300 plus videos that I have, I don't believe that I ever recommend doing surveys. And if I ever get to the point where I recommend doing a survey, please call me out on it. I don't think I'll ever get desperate enough where I say, hey, do this survey. So that was one. I sold stuff online, and I still sell junk online. Old DVDs, Blu-ray discs. I think I've sold, old junk that you have lying around that you don't have a use for. It's just sitting there. It's collecting clutter and dust and whatever. For whatever reason, someone online will buy it. I had old video games. I used to play video games a lot before kids. BK before kids. But now since you have kids and other responsibilities like working and creating YouTube videos, that kind of goes by the wayside. And so, I sold all of that stuff. The other thing that I got into was creating Udemy courses. If you ever go to Udemy and you type in Alston Godbolt, I have 3 or 4 courses around Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services is a technology from Amazon. Side note, you don't realize how much Amazon controls your life until you start looking into AWS. If you want an eye-opening experience, look into Amazon Web Services and the relationship that it has with Amazon.com and then Ring.com and the other things that Amazon controls. That's a different story for a different day. Anyway, I started creating these courses. Those courses were great. It kind of taught me how to teach. When I was working over at CUW Concordia, if you ever see me, sometimes I wear those sweatshirts. I taught courses. Teaching in person is very different than teaching online. And so I started doing some of that. One of the challenges that I'd run into with teaching at Udemy is it's kind of an uphill fight. It's not unlike YouTube, where it's difficult to gain traction in the beginning. The difference is YouTube does give you a chance. They'll recommend your videos alongside some of the more established people, and it's really up to you in order to have an engaging thumbnail, to entice that person looking with the short attention span to click on your link, and then you got to hold their attention. So Udemy is an uphill battle because there are people from around the world that are creating courses, and the only way that I found, in my opinion anyway, to make money with Udemy is to come out with a new course maybe every week or every other week and just keep hammering it. And you got to spit it out on social media, and you got to build a following on Facebook. Well, the great thing about YouTube is you don't necessarily have to do that. If you go out and you create good content consistently, someone will find you eventually, and then that person will share it or they'll watch your video, and that's a good sign to Google, like, hey, this guy actually has quality content. That's not necessarily the case with Udemy. Udemy has gone through a number of changes since then. I still continue to make money with Udemy, although I don't log into those courses at all. They send me a PayPal payment every month for the courses that I made. Also, too, you have to keep updating those Udemy courses because with Amazon Web Services, AWS, they're constantly changing their technology in their back end. And so you kind of on a hamster wheel, which can be problematic. So I've talked about selling my stuff online, doing surveys, which is a terrible idea. Please don't do surveys. If you're doing surveys now, please stop. I've done Udemy courses. Those courses are still online. You can take a look at them if you want. In fact, a lot of my original videos, my earlier videos on YouTube, are duplicates from Udemy. One of the ways that Udemy suggests that you gain traction is that you put some of your courses as kind of like a sample on YouTube and then have a link back to your courses that people will buy. And so if you want to see some very early rough content, go look at some of that stuff. While I've gotten a little bit better over time, it probably hasn't been a lot in some people's eyes, but continuous improvement. Anyway, so that was Udemy. My next stop was, and this is a funny story, my next stop is I somehow got into affiliate marketing. When you're watching videos on YouTube, it just kind of leads you down a path, whether you want to go down that path or not. Somehow I wound up on a large guru YouTuber's channel where they were talking about how to make money online quickly, or how to start affiliate marketing quickly, something quickly. And with that, I did what that person suggested. That person said, go grab an affiliate link, then go over to Quora and answer a question and put your affiliate link into Quora. Now, that is not the right way to work with Quora. I have a couple of videos on how to successfully do it, make money with Quora. The interesting thing with that is that it worked, but I also ran the risk of getting banned. And the reason being is Quora doesn't like affiliate links. For good reason, it's their platform. They'll do whatever they want. So what would happen is, and it was Bluehost. Bluehost is a web hosting company. What I did was I grabbed my affiliate link from Bluehost. I'd go in and I'd enter in, maybe, I think I searched, you can find a web hosting topic, and people are basically asking the same 15 questions on Quora. Someone said, hey, what's the best web hosting company? And I went and I sorted by newest first. And I said, hey, this is a great web hosting company. This is what I use and recommend, and here's why. And then I put in my affiliate link. And then someone asked a similar question maybe 2 hours later. Again, this is why I use Bluehost. Here's my affiliate link. I would say a few hours later, I got those kind of like a nasty gram from Quora saying, hey, your post was in violation of our terms of service or agreement or whatever it may be. And the post was removed. Okay, so that's not a great way to grow a brand. That's not a great way to grow an online business. It's a good way to kind of make money quickly and get out, but not necessarily quickly, because if you know anything about Bluehost, you have to wait like 45 days before you get a payment. Another thing that I didn't learn on my own, or another thing that I didn't learn from watching YouTube, the different affiliate windows and affiliate cookies and things of that nature. I have a video on that too. I'm actually holding a giant cookie. So a few days later, I got an email notification from Bluehost that someone had purchased this basic web hosting package, and I earned $65. That actually happened twice. So the good news is that me recommending this product, it worked. The bad news is I was in risk of getting my account closed down with Quora. That is what it is. But that was really my first entrance into affiliate marketing. and I don't remember how long ago that was, but that's how I got started. And so from there, I started consuming content, all through YouTube videos. And it took me a while to actually start taking action. I would watch YouTube videos on my TV. I'd watch it on my phone. I'd watch it so much that my wife was like, "Come on, we weren't watching." Um, we have two TVs on our screen on our wall, and one was always on YouTube, trying to get an edge and consume content and learn and get an idea of what to do, and the other one was on whatever it was at the time, maybe a movie or sports or something, whatever. But I would just continue to consume content. I would hold a baby, consume content. The baby would start crying. The interesting thing is they didn't sleep at night, and so we would be up all night. And while they were up, I'm watching YouTube videos, consuming content, consuming content. So I started my foray into affiliate marketing, started making some money, and then I realized, like, hey, people aren't getting the entire picture. It took me a while to learn that email marketing was probably the most important piece of affiliate marketing. Email marketing and content creation, the two most important pieces. Um, and so I decided to dip my toe in and start creating some YouTube videos to help people learn that it's the content creation and it's the email marketing. Um, because when you watch these make money online videos, they don't tell you about the email marketing. You put your link in a YouTube video, you put your link wherever, Facebook, and somebody may click on it, but then Facebook changes so fast, social media in general changes so fast, that you'd have to basically answer or reply to every single person in a Facebook group or Facebook page or on Twitter in order to make any money. And that is not the definition of passive income. These guys on YouTube will say, hey, you can make passive income by doing this, by, creating content, putting it on a forum, or adding some content and putting it on a forum with your affiliate link. That's not a good way to grow a business. And I still see that today. So when I create my YouTube videos, while I mention that you can put your affiliate link, let's say in Pinterest, which I'll show you in a minute, a cool thing that most people aren't telling you. Um, Most people aren't telling you. Um, but you want to send people to an email landing page. The landing page doesn't have to be anything special. It can be very basic, very generic, but you need to grab email lists, because if YouTube closed tomorrow, if YouTube closed my account tomorrow, A, I'd be heartbroken, but B, I at least have an email list where I can follow up with people and say, hey, YouTube made an error, they closed my account, but you can find me on Facebook here. Or you can find me on my website here. Go here if you want to learn updates. So it's imperative, if you're watching this video, regardless of the business that you run, you need to start building an email list. This goes for if you're doing drop shipping, if you're selling physical products, regardless of your business model. If you are looking to have a business, you need to get into email marketing. You need to learn email marketing. And that's really what my goal and my focus has been recently, is to learn and understand and get better at email marketing. If you think email marketing isn't worth it, check your emails right now. I have a basic account where just junk goes into. I get emails every day from Amazon.com, which knows and understands business. I get an email every day from Target, Walmart, and I don't even remember shopping at Walmart, at least online. But I get these emails every single day. They have calculated, they have analysis, they've crunched the numbers, and they still see value in email marketing. If there ever is a point where I don't get an email from Amazon or Target or Best Buy or Walmart or wherever, then it's time to quit email marketing. These companies have accounted for every penny, every nickel, and they're still doing email marketing. So it's a pretty good indicator that email marketing is successful and it's working. Anyway, continuing on, that's what my YouTube channel is all about. And to get to 400 subscribers, it means to me that it's working. Just a few months back, when I was at like 80 or 90 subscribers, there was someone posted on one of my videos, hey, you work so hard on creating your videos, but you don't have any subscribers. Maybe you should focus on your blog posts. And it was interesting because I didn't know that person. Somehow they found my channel and they posted, which said to me exactly that what I was doing was working. Creating content every day, trying to add value to someone's life was working, so much so that this person wanted to log in and tell me that it wasn't working. So that's an interesting thing. But yeah, that's my whole focus is creating content that can add value to someone's life. Servant leadership. If I create content, I'll maybe get more followers and subscribers, and people will share share my stories, share my videos with someone else to help them make a few more dollars online. Eventually, I would say earlier this spring, I started getting into Legendary Marketer. I got into Legendary Marketer, quite honestly, based on another YouTuber. That YouTuber is successful on Legendary Marketer, and it did pique my interest. I wanted to see what it was all about. I wanted to see what they were offering that was different than what everyone else is. And I think I talked about this yesterday on my other live session. And to be honest with you, I plan on doing more of these because I think it's an incredible opportunity. I wonder if people are talking to me. No. Anyway, continuing on, I got into Legendary Marketer because I want to see, this person was talking so highly about it. He had energy and passion, and he was seeing success. So you want to emulate success, you want to model it, you want to grab it, you want to do it. And so I got into Legendary Marketer. I did the 15-day business blueprint, and I started working with people over there that had success with creating a business online. They had done it before, and they were able to point me in the right direction. So I decided to invest more into Legendary Marketer. And because of Legendary Marketer, I have been able to see success. More importantly, it's given me courage to do things that I wouldn't normally do or feel comfortable doing. Whether it's creating YouTube videos every single day, showing up every single day for my business, creating ads and posting those ads on YouTube, posting those ads on Facebook until they get banned for whatever reason. It just gives you the courage and the ability. As I mentioned yesterday, I had the perception that you needed to have $100,000, to have $1,000 to start running ads on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever medium you choose. When in reality, you can start running ads with as low as $5 a day. You could do an ad, let's say for $10 for 10 days. That's a fast food meal out. So if you skip if you skip McDonald's for 10 days, you essentially could run ads for 10 days. And so that's an incredibly eye-opening thing when you start thinking about it like that. So that's pretty much my journey. I think I'm trying to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Also, too, I didn't mention this. When let's see, my kids were due in in August. So like a month and a half after they were born, I started taking an online course to get a bachelor's degree in computer science. So not only did we have twins, we were first-time parents with twins. I decided to take a rigorous course through Oregon State University and earn a bachelor's degree in computer science. I like misery, I guess. That's pretty much my story. Is I like giving myself misery. Now that I have gone over my story, I want to show you guys a little something that I have not discovered. I've thought about a little bit more, and it's how to do Pinterest better. Most people will tell you to go over to Canva and click here, click the Pinterest thing, and get these templates if it loads. So you can choose one of these templates. That's great, and I certainly, it's a good way to start, but just think everyone is using these templates. A better solution is to use this template that you see on here through Canva and then go over to something like Unsplash. Now, Unsplash is a free image website. You can get tons of images and maybe even video coming soon, I think, for free. And you can just type in a keyword and download it. So if I think of a keyword, let's say discover. If I click discover, look at all of these different images that you can pull for free. And so what I would recommend you do is, instead of just doing what everyone else is doing, instead of just using these default templates, and, instead of just grabbing this default template and changing a few things, if you take 10 extra minutes, find a graphic that um, find a graphic that's going to be unique. You could say maybe struggle, struggle, and then you just click this arrow here, and it downloads it for you. So if you pop on back over to Pinterest, or excuse me, if you pop back over to Canva, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find this image and I'm going to drag it over and drop it right in. Show in Finder. So I'm just going to drag it and I'm going to drop it right in. And so from here, basically what you're going to do is this. So, and then the next thing that I would do is, just so that you can get some text or some image on here, or yeah, get some text, is I would add a layer of a grid here, change the color to maybe white, and then you can actually adjust the transparency so people can still see it. But then if you go over to text, add heading, we could say learn how to make money online fast. So now that you've done that, we can go up here and everything else is going to be the same. We can change it to permanent marker. Permanent marker is my favorite font. I don't know why. So we go to permanent marker. Then we can change that there. And the cool thing is your image is going to be more unique than, I would say, most of the people that are doing this using Pinterest to make money online. So you could just do this, and then once you have configured it, you've made it as pretty as you want, you can go in and you can download it like normal. Go over to download to your computer, and then just move on. But this is a better way to do it because there are thousands of pictures. But if you go over to Pinterest, people are using, ooh, that's gross. People are using the same 10 or 15 templates. If you're just a little bit different, you will stand out, because you have to figure that people on Pinterest are seeing the exact same images over and over again. So again, you go over to Unsplash. There's a few of them. There's Unsplash. I think it's Pixlr, and then there's one other one. I can't remember what the third one is, but I'm sure if you just Google free image search or something, you can get a number of you can find a number of images, and you don't have to worry about royalties or anything like that. So again, find an image, click this downward arrow. It'll download it to your downloads folder, and that will occur regardless if it's a Mac or PC, whatever you've got going on. So I'm just going to delete this, and I'm going to drag it over. Now, one thing that I've started doing, and I've only started doing this very recently, is if you've watched any of my other videos, I talk a little bit about funnel scripts. Funnel scripts is a software that you can buy. It's a premium piece of software that you can buy, and it has a number of different templates, and it has ideas and suggestions. One of the things that Funnel Scripts has, and if I log in here, I just want to show you this. Let's see if I can open it. Keep going to that one. Let's see if I go members.funnel scripts. So if I go over to Funnel Scripts, and I'm going to drag this back over. Funnel Scripts will help you with a number of different things. Copywriting is one, case studies, .com secrets. This is a Russell Brunson product, so it's pretty good. I'll put a link in the description so that you can check it out for yourself. If I go to titles, headlines, subject lines, and I go down to killer headline scripts, basically the next step is you go through and you just answer the questions. So we're just going to do lose weight. So I go through and I answer these questions. There's probably 10 or 15 questions. It takes you less than 10 minutes. If I click build, I get a number of different suggestions. And so what you could do is you could copy this, how to lose weight without working out for hours. Copy that. And if I go back over to my image, maybe I would find a different image, but let's just assume that this is a great image that we want to go with. And one thing that I like to do, I don't know why, but I like to have the edges showing just a little bit. Edges showing. Have the edges showing, change the color to white, and we are going to change the transparency so that you can see the guy. And then we're going to go over to text, and we're going to paste that in. And so what we could do, how to lose weight without working out for hours. Do you think that someone would see this and say, yeah, I want to lose weight without working out for hours? This is an awesome thing that was created by Funnel Scripts. Again, I'm going to change this to permanent marker because that's just my thing. Permanent marker. And then obviously we can change the color. If we can find a better color than what we have. We might not have anything better. That might be my best option. Let me change let's make this a little darker. So if you were just getting started, if you were looking for a way to lose weight, this week is Thanksgiving. If you're looking for a way to lose weight and you stumbled across how to lose weight without working out for hours, is that something that you would probably click on? Maybe, possibly. So yeah, and again, this was all done in a matter of 10 seconds. But again, you would spend a little bit longer time with Funnel Scripts, obviously filling out your information. The cool thing too with Funnel Scripts is that it has different wording depending on if the traffic's hot, warm, or cold. So if it's cold traffic, I'm assuming it is because it's on Pinterest. Discover as an overweight person, don't let working out for hours stop you today. There's some qualifiers here, some prefixes. We could say breaking news. Let's change that. Finally get rid of working out for hours once and for all today. So if I copied that, that's probably a better one. And I just put that in here. I'll say, finally, get rid of working out for hours once and for all today. Is that something somebody would probably click on? Maybe. Maybe change the image. But again, this is all done with funnel scripts, and there's just a number of different scripts in here that you could take advantage of. If I scroll down, and we say the truth about how to melt belly fat, even if you tried to get in shape in the past and failed. I could copy that, put that right over to at a sub, and I move this down a little bit. Now this isn't really taking that much more time than what you would have done if you were just if you were just doing the way that other gurus, other people are telling you to do it. This is actually just a one extra step that will make you stand out even more from potential competitors. I'm not going to use this. I could probably change the color. Let's see, 32. Let's try 24. And I would change the color maybe to yellow or something. Let's try. No, that doesn't work. Maybe pink. But I just want to show you that because most people aren't talking about that. Most people aren't telling you, hey, here's something else that this is a different way to stand out, because people are going to see this image. People are, quite honestly, they've seen the standard templates thousands of times. If they've been on Pinterest any number of times, you've seen just about every one. Those templates work great if you're just getting started, but if you spend 10 extra minutes and go over to a free site like Unsplash, you could potentially increase your earning potential. And so that's what this channel is all about, helping you make money online the right way. No scams, no surveys, anything like that. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell. If you have questions, comment below. Also, check out my first link in the description. That link goes to a landing page for Legendary Marketer. It'll take you to the 15-day business blueprint. You'll learn a little bit more about David Sharpe. You'll actually learn a lot about why I decided to invest in that program. It is an affiliate link. So if you have any questions, let me make sure that you don't have any questions. I've just been rambling for however long that I've been rambling. I think I lost myself here. Where am I? I'm not on any of these. Let me make sure. Yeah, no, I don't see anybody. If you have questions, let me know. I see there's a couple people online right now. If there's anything that you really want to know, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to answer them. But again, this video was all about saying thank you, telling you a little bit about my story, why I got started, my journey, so to speak, and this other thing that I wanted to show you to make sure that you stand out from the crowd just a little bit different. I'll hang on here for a couple seconds, a couple minutes. If you have additional questions, comments, concerns, I'll be happy to answer them. Here's my Pinterest page. As you can see, these two right here are the standard templates that every single person sees. This one right here is a little bit different. I could have made this one actually a little bit darker. Or excuse me, I could have made it a little bit lighter so that you could see the background. I probably could have rounded this off as well. Again, here's a different one that is different as well. But what I do, and I mentioned this in my other YouTube video, is I actually do the lazy way, and I just go over to my YouTube video and I click share, and it shares my YouTube video. So if you click on any of these links, it goes right out to my YouTube video. It does work. As you can see, I get traction from it. These are all relatively new videos up here, but it's not the best way to do it. Ideally, you want to have these longer images, because if someone is viewing on mobile on their cell phone and they're scrolling up, this tends to take up the entire part of the page. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna check one last time, but I don't know that any. Oh, here we go. Website for getting Question Bro. Oh, I'm sorry. What is the name of the website for getting Question Bro? I'm not sure what that means. What is the name of the website for getting question? If you want to ask that again, I'm sorry, I don't really know. I'm not sure what that means. What is the name of the website? Whoa, that's like an Inception thing here. There we go. Let's see. Um, Magicino shop. If you want to ask that question again, I'm not really sure what you mean. Hmm. Is there anything that you really, really want to know? Any pressing issues? Anything that will take your game to the next level? I'd be happy to answer it. My plan right now is to probably do live streams maybe 3 times a week if I can, if I have the energy for it. Um, One thing that you don't realize being on YouTube is video for some reason sucks the energy out of you. I'm not normally a high energy person. I'm pretty, I would say maybe even keel. Um, but for whatever reason, however, whatever level you are in person, you get taken down maybe a notch or two. Also, my voice has changed a lot. I have a much raspier voice now, and that comes from creating 2 videos every single day for the last since April 7th or whatever it is. My voice wasn't normally this weird. Maybe that person dropped off. Anyway, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I answer every question that pops up. I answer almost every question that pops up on my videos. Let's see. I love that you're doing any live streams. Yeah, thank you. But I think I'm going to sign off. I think. Any questions before I go? Respond with this. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.